Is it enough, Trey, to get them into the postseason?
Yeah, I don't know yet, right? That's the best answer. What was it? Believe, doubt, or need more? I need more. I mean, I believe it's possible, but they're the Lions, so you have a lot of doubts as well. So I'm going to need to see more. But here's what I love about the Lions, okay? They were terrible last year, 3-13-1. They start out 1-6. The current playoff format, which sort of dates back to 1990, I get it was tweaked in 2020 with the 7th seed in both conferences, but it's basically essentially the same thing. Since 1990, no team has started 1-6 and made the postseason. With their win this past weekend, the Lions are 6-7. Why is that significant? Well, in each of the last 4 seasons, at least one team that sat at 6-7 made it into the postseason. But the Lions are going to earn it, right? They just came off a home win where they were favored by 2 points or 1.5, I think, by the time the game rolled around at Caesars Sportsbook over a really good Minnesota team. They only had 2 losses going into that game. But it's one thing to beat the Minnesota Vikings, who have a tragically awful defense, well, especially when they play off coverage. Like, I don't know why they don't press more, unless they don't believe in their corners at all. Like, for example, the Lions wide receivers in that game with off coverage, giving them 5 yards of separation at the line of scrimmage, I think had 17 catches out of 24 targets for 300 yards and 250 yards, something like that, and 3 touchdowns. So it's one thing. The point I'm making is it's one thing to beat the Minnesota Vikings, to get to 6-7 and win for the 5th time in 6 games. It's going to be quite another to do this down the stretch.